Do you live in a house that has a basement or live somewhere in the world that on a regular basis gets rain? Well, then chances are you've had a problem with water getting in the basement at some point or another, particularly if you've had some really heavy rains. When I moved into this house, I had a lot of those problems that I had to correct by putting in some drainage systems around the house. But I forgot to do one critical thing, and at the time I did it, nobody mentioned to me that I needed to do it. Well, I'm going to show you today what that was and what you need to do to make sure that whatever drainage system you put in around your house is going to always work and not leak and have water get back in along the basement walls. So come on along and let's get started. I've been living here for 29 years, and one of the very first things I did was correct some serious drainage problems around this house. The gutters were in bad shape, so I had new fascia put on and new gutters installed right away. And then I immediately proceeded to get an excavator out here, and I dug trenches and I laid in some drainage pipe that took the water away from the downspouts and took it down in the lower part where we have some wooded area. It also included this spot right in front of the garage on the apron where the water would come rushing down the driveway, rush right past here up the apron and into the garage. Had taken out the entire garage floor. The water would wash into the basement and had taken this apron and made it sunk down about 6 inches. So I put in drainage here, formed this in, put some regular drainage grates on the top and ran pipe around that side and down into the woods. And that has worked out great for all those years, except maybe the last 4 or 5 years. Suddenly I've been getting a little bit of water into the back of the house when we get heavy rains, and I wondered what was causing that. So the first thing I did was I found that in this corner over here, rodents or something had eaten out the corner over here where the pipe curves into the T that goes down to the woods. Well, I had to replace that, and I thought I'd be fine. But it seems that I'm still getting some leakage, so I had to dig this back out, and let's take a look at what I found. Thought we were in great shape, and now I've got sidewalk slabs starting to settle over here, and I still continue to have a little movement down there. Dug this out and find out that there's still a leak around the joint on this. Well, that's going to be my challenge, figure out how to get that joint sealed up so we don't have any more seepage, any more washout. The front half of the house feeds into a downspout, feeds along the side of the house here into a drain tile, connected on a T and an elbow over here to a trough that's picking up the back side of the house over here, follows along behind these bushes, along the back of the garage, and then intersects at the area we just looked at down here into this T, where this section also feeds in another section off the back of the house. Beautiful sunny afternoon here in the back side of the house, and I need to get this done because the weather forecast is calling for a lot of heavy rain tomorrow, possibly heavy storms. So I need to get whatever's wrong down here with this drain tile fixed before we get that. And tomorrow would be a good test. Having it all dug out, I had to dig out a lot of dirt, and of course, when I'm working here, get a couple of rocks dug out so I can get at what I need to. That big rock was right underneath the spot I needed to work. I'm now prepared to get in here and do the repair work that's necessary. When I repaired the rodent damage a few years ago, I had to remove the T that was down here, and I had to remove a section of the drain tile, the corrugated drain tile, that had been chewed up, and reconnect a brand new T onto the end that runs under the sidewalk down to the woods, and splice in a new section right here with a standard coupler. When I dug this out, I find there's a lot of moisture down in here. It's leaking at this coupler spot. It's leaking right here where the hose goes into that T. What I did not realize when I first installed all of this drain tile around here, and yet when I did this repair work probably 3-4 years ago, I wasn't aware of the fact that you need to wrap these joints with a thing called corrugated tile tape. I got myself some of that, and I'm going to put it around here. That's why I had to dig so much material away, so I can get around here with a good wrap and wrap that tape. Now obviously I can't do it with this much dirt still on this pipe. Now I don't want to wash that up because I don't want to get a lot of water in the hole. And I don't want to take this apart because whenever you do, you're messing with the joint, you might crack the pipe. So I'm going to leave this in place and I'm going to clean it up with a wire brush till I get it mostly clean. And then one last little bit I will do with a water and sponge to make sure it's perfectly clean, and then we'll put that tape on. Got the 3 connection points all cleaned up. Just took some soapy water, a little warm water, and some Mr. Clean sponge, brush, went all the way around everything. And then just to rinse it a little bit, I took some fresh water and just very slowly poured it over each of the connections and then letting them dry. And they are just about dry and they are very clean. We're going to do a little test here. I'm going to show you before I put the tape on where the problem was, and it's surprising how much damage this little bitty leak has been causing underneath the sidewalk slab and going down the hill. I'm going to take some of that fresh water and pour it into this tea, and you can see the water leaking out from that connection joint. And that water during a heavy storm was causing a lot of damage. Well, this is going to be fun, trying to get tape around here down in this hole and get it wrapped around here and clear the sidewall. I tried to make enough space in there to get the roll of tape around. I'm going to start at the bottom to make sure I get a good seal down there and then try to go back around. So I'm going to pull some tape out. All right, get enough reach, probably blocking the camera. Get this around here. Pull the tape up. I think I'm going to have to pull tape off, cut it off, and then guide it around. I can't get that roll past there. So I'll be very careful here not to drop this tape in when I cut it off. And it's very sticky, which it's supposed to be. Get that started around here and sealed on those grooves. Make sure I don't contact any dirt on the back side. This stuff's supposed to work even in water. So I'm going to keep working on that until I get that completely covered and wrapped tight. Looking at this from a different angle, get down in here. Try to get it down, sealed inside of those ridges. With all 4 joints wrapped, I'm going to go around to the front of the house and feed a hose into the downspout and get a flow of water going through here and see what we've got for leaks. Well, the water's running and it looks like I still have a leak at that main joint going into the T, and further back there's still a drip from where the 2 corrugated pipes are spliced together. It became obvious there was something else wrong here besides a leak at the joint, so I took the whole thing apart. I had extra drain tile that I could cut, and I made a whole new piece because when I took that apart, I saw a hole in the bottom of that section. Once I got that fixed and everything taped back in new and turned the water back on, it flowed through the line and not a single drop was coming down underneath. So I think that fixed the problem. Another little tip for you, working with downspouts and trying to direct water away from your house. Lots of times you can just attach another piece of downspout to the elbow coming down from the gutters and direct the water away from the house. And rather than have to slide it on and off when you want to mow the lawn, what you can do is take one and cut out an opening so that you can mount it right to the elbow on the downspout, and you can pivot it up and down out of the way. Now this one I made out of a piece of scrap downspout that I was going to be throwing away anyway, and this is a temporary setup to direct the water away from that one gutter down the hill towards the woods while I was working on this. And it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, and this is coming off when I hooked that line back up to here. And when I cut this, I cut it pretty crude. I just opened it up to make the opening to mount this thing on here. I've done many of these over the years at rental properties and other houses, I very carefully slit it and cut away on each side and then bend it down over the top so that the side wall is double, and that makes it reinforced. And you get a nice clean edge here, and then drill, put a couple of small bolts in there with a locking nut, and just tight enough that it holds it on, but loose enough that you can pivot that. And you've got a very durable and effective way to put a spout extension on to direct the water away from your house if you can't bury line like I have and take it down into another part of the property. Maybe someday I'll do a video just on how to make one of these properly. And there we have it. Everything's back together. Hooked to the downspout here, into that T. Nothing is leaking. We're in good shape for tomorrow. Gotta throw the dirt back in the hole. I don't want an open hole if we get a good heavy rain with a wind out of the northwest. That'll fill that right up with water. So I gotta get this filled and get some gravel back on the top of it yet tonight. You couldn't ask for a more beautiful day to do something like this. I like working outside. I love it when spring comes and you can do this kind of work outside, although it's unfortunate I had to have this situation. Now, going forward, I haven't noticed a problem on either end of the house with any leakage or water or anything shifting, but I do have to landscape over here on the south end of the house now this year since we got the wood pile out of there and the siding on. So when I'm in there, I'm going to dig away from both of those elbows and T's, and I'm going to take a look and maybe put some tape around those. I think they're fine, but tape for a little added security wouldn't be a bad idea. So that wraps up this video on repairing or installing corrugated drain tile. Works really great. I installed all of this 26 years ago. It's held up pretty well, done a pretty good job, except for this one misstep. And apparently the pipe that I put in there had a little pinhole in it and was giving me all the grief. When you put something like this in, make sure there are no holes in any of the pipe or anything that could rub on it and put a hole in it, and then put the tape on there. Now, unfortunately, when I did this the first time, there was no Google to do a search to look up how to do this properly. Now, fortunately, you can find videos on how to do this sort of thing and do it right. And I hope this video helped you out. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, well then please click like and consider subscribing to our channel. I've got a few more projects coming up now the weather's better. I'll be doing this summer and making some videos of, so by subscribing you'll always be notified when those become available and you can take a look. Until then, enjoy your projects and take care.